Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to my podcast. As you know, I got sick again. As usual, I got sick, and getting better. So, hopefully, I'm gonna be not. Hopefully, I should be 100% again within the next couple days. So cross your fingers. I should be back to 100% again within the next couple of days, which means I could go back to my scientific podcast. And when I go back to my scientific podcast this time, I got stuff that's going to blow people's minds. And you know what? It's not my scientific podcast. It's our scientific podcast. Because I'm gonna pick up right where I left off, where I'm gonna go back into AMPA receptors and NMDA receptors, and I'm going to go into the nitty gritty, going deeper and deeper, and we're going to go into techniques and getting to deeper knowledge of how to regenerate the brain, and not just regenerate the brain, but regenerate specific areas or specific regions of the brain. But like anything else, we have to start small and start building off of that. So where I left off was with neuroplasticity and NMDA receptors and AMPA receptors, and we're only going to build from there on regenerating specific regions of the brain. And this is going to be some of the greatest scientific work that has ever been done. And it's scientific work that we did, not that I did. It's scientific work that we did, and it's going to be some of the greatest scientific work of all time. I can promise you that. I can promise you that. I can promise you that, and that it's our work. Anyway, I would just also want to leave off on a philosophical note, because when I get sick, I have to suffer, and I don't like to suffer. Nobody likes to suffer. So I'm leaving it off with a philosophical note. And, if you want to reflect on this, you can, just like I do, that love is the ultimate source of the meaning of suffering, which always remains a mystery. Which always remains a mystery. Here, here's all my old chemistry stuff in here, right down in there. And that's my old stuff. But anyway, like I said, when we go back to our scientific podcast, it's going to be again, starting off right where I left off with AMPA receptors and NMDA receptors, going back right to there and building off of that, and how to into techniques on how to regenerate specific areas of the brain. And it's going to be phenomenal. It's going to take I didn't say I said we are going to take phenomenal into something doesn't even have a word for it. That's how great it is. There's not even a word made for it yet. That's how great it's going to be. Greater than phenomenal. If there's a word for that, that's what we're doing. And that's Rich. I'm out, but be expecting greatness soon. And I'm not saying I'm saying us. Our podcast. Rich, out.